Hello and welcome back to my channel this January, where I'm doing a video a day. Yeah, that's right, I'm doing 31 videos in January and I'm so excited that you're here. Today we are going to be diving in to a little bit of a mood board, bingo card, manifestation journey. But firstly, I just wanted to show you that I am in the January-February edition of Women's Health. How cool is this? Let me show you. Here I am. I'm right here. And if you're not a reader of Women's Health, maybe grab the January-February edition and read all about me. Yeah, join me in celebrating this. For me, is a really big deal, and I'm so excited to have been featured in Women's Health. So we are going to be, I thought it would be really cool for me to use the Women's Health magazine, I was going to call it episode, issue, the magazine issue that I'm actually in, to create my mood board for 2025. You could grab any magazine, you could grab a book. I actually have some leftover Christmas cards that I think are so beautiful that I'm going to use on my manifestation mood board bingo card. I think I'm going to make two. But before we kind of jump into that, hi, I hope that you're well. I hope that your festive period was as comforting and nourishing and least triggering it could possibly be. I hope that you had a wonderful time. I hope that the beginning of the year is getting off to a good start. And if it's not, I really see you and honour you in that. But today I thought it would be just a really nice, lovely activity to sit down and do together. So what I've grabbed is a coffee, of course. I'm drinking decaf because I just got my period just before starting to film. So I've got some decaf coffee and I have a little butterscotch chocolate. Yum. I've also got scissors. I don't have any glue. It would be really nice if I had glue. I don't. I've got sellotape. So that's fine. We're just going to go with that. I've got 2 pieces of paper. Really nice. Ooh, can you hear that? Really nice thick card that my husband so graciously gave me from his sketchbook. My husband is an artiste, so I've stolen that from him with his permission, of course. I've got pens, markers, some magazines, and some really cute Christmas cards that just need to be a part of this next year. I'm sorry, this is so beautiful, this card. So beautiful. Yeah, so we are going to dive into that. Why are we doing this? Yeah, why have I sat down? Why am I inviting you into this? Why do I think this is a good idea? If you've ever mood boarded before, you'll know. It's such a fantastic way to really take ownership over your dreams and over your desires. Yeah, so I'm not talking about New Year's resolutions. I'm not about the new year, new me. Yes, I'm in the well-being space. Yes, I'm a coach. I'm never going to coach you into new year, new me-esque escapades. I'm never going to encourage that. I think that is bullshit and a waste of time. I don't think we need to get rid of who we are and create somebody new. I do think it's nice to be really intentional about where we want to go this 2025, these seasons, these next 4 seasons, you know? I think there's something really empowering about taking ownership over our hopes and our dreams and our desires, our expectations that we have over the next year, your next birthday, maybe your next anniversaries of different things, that job or that house or that relationship, or maybe your children, your pets, you know, how do we want to show up for the people in our lives? How do we want to show up for ourselves? Where do we want to be this time next year? Where do we want to go over the next 12 months? I think there's something really, really powerful about that. And so that's why I'm doing this. And I'd love to invite you to do that with me. And if you've never done it before, that's totally fine. Making a mood board is really just looking at powerful words and images that are maybe speaking to you. I've got a story about that, which I will tell you in a minute. But it's just about kind of, where have I put them? Flicking through, working out what is kind of speaking to you, and then popping it on your mood board. You know, yes, I want to... This page is maybe not the most inspiring. Let me find something. Yeah, okay, so for example, this page has strength for yoga written on it. In 2023, I was really intentional about my yoga because of many different things that have happened in 2024. Moving house being one of them. And then that going a bit awry and having to quickly move into my parents' house for a month and then move back in and my yoga practice fell to the wayside. That is something I'm really focused on. Kind of bringing back into the everyday, the every week of 2025. And so, for example, that would be a really good one. I am gonna cut that out and get that stuck on my mood board. You'll see it at the end. So that's kind of what we're talking about. It's not some big kind of it's not a stressful, this has got to be perfect. This is literally just what is speaking to you, what is inspiring you, what has already been going on. You know, what kind of words, feelings, themes for the year have been kind of already speaking to you, maybe through December, and how can we focus all of that onto a piece of paper that we're going to see regularly to kind of keep us on track, keep us kind of aligned to that vision. So that is kind of the mood board element of today. And then you might have seen the bingo cards, which I have seen and just very quickly adopted. I have never done this before, but I'm excited. This is essentially making your own bingo card for 2025. So writing things on there. And maybe this would be more leaning towards kind of actionable steps, perhaps, rather than just wishes. So how can we put some, real aligned action behind those wishes? So maybe it's move house, go on holiday, get a dog, hit a certain goal, run a half marathon or an ultra marathon, or swim, go wild swimming, those sorts of things. Eat really healthy, commit to yoga every single day of the year. Something like that. That is going to be on the bingo card. And then you want to pop that somewhere that you're going to see it and tick those off as you hit those different goals. I feel very excited about this. Now, of course, look, it wouldn't be me if I didn't mention the Enneagram, of course. So I am an Enneagram coach, I'm an Enneagram teacher, I'm an Enneagram enthusiast. When I'm working with people, I'm using the Enneagram as my main modality of coaching. And the Enneagram is an ancient personality system. It's a personality tool. Instead of looking at what you do, we're looking at why you do what you do. And so, of course, this activity is going to be very coded specifically to your Enneagram type. I'm an Enneagram 1. Making a bingo card is like my dream. I love to be really organized and efficient and optimistic and idealistic. Those are all words that really describe my Enneagram type, my personality type. If you're a type 5 or a type 7 or a type 9, this might feel just like so stressful and not fun. And that's okay. You might not want to do this. There's like no rules. Sometimes when it gets to New Year, it feels like there are all these things that we have to do. There aren't. If this feels fun and inspiring and empowering, do it. And if this feels like another thing that you have to do before going back to work and it doesn't feel fun, please don't feel pressured. Your year is still going to be beautiful even if you don't do this. If you do want to do this and you're feeling a bit nervous, hey, that's totally fine. That's why we're going to do that together. There's so much room for that. So however you're feeling, there's room. And we are going to get going. Oh yes, but before, sometimes people talk about words, words for the year, and it's sometimes a question, what's your word for the year? I traditionally do words for the season, words for the quarter, because I love to work in tune with nature. I love to, I live in a place in the world where there are kind of 4 distinct seasons. We're in winter right now, and I love to kind of, have words for each season. I've not really had a word of the year for a long time. I don't think I've really ever had one as an adult. But I have these cards, which my friend bought me. They're just cards that have different words on them. Space, presence, thankfulness, gather, evolve, love, lots of different words. And I use them as a bit of a journaling prompt. I use them when I'm pulling my other cards. And this card here, Bliss, keeps coming out. Lots of cards that I've received this year, presents that I've received this year have had the word bliss on them as part of, what they are with regard to gifts. I've had the word come up in so many times, so many different ways, kind of spooky, kind of interesting. And so I was like, what is this word about? Why is this word here? Bliss, what is that? And the word bliss to me as a type 1 feels a little bit like a waste of time, like, yes, that's a nice idea, but we've all got to get on and live lives and I don't really have time for bliss, which is obviously why it keeps coming out, right? If we kind of engage with maybe a slightly more woo-woo version of ourselves just for the next few minutes. So after, I don't know, the 17th time in 1 week, the week before Christmas, that it had come out, the 17th time I'd open a card and it had been there, I decided that I was going to invite bliss into 2025. I was going to let bliss lead me in 2025, and I'm going to make bliss my word for the year for 2025. There's an invitation here. You might want a word for the year. You might not. You might skip past this little bit. But if you do want a word of the year, what I'm going to do is, should I read them out? Should I pull them? What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull another 8 cards, because there are 9 Enneagram types. It's kind of like 1 card for each type. I'm not going to assign the cards, but just as a bit of inspiration, I just thought I would pull some cards out and see what they say, and one of them might really speak to you, and that might feel really helpful and kind of invite you into a little bit more of a creative space before we get going, chopping loads of stuff up. So I'll just pull 8 cards and we'll see. Wow, 1 already popped out. Okay. I'll just pull them out and then I'll read them all out. Okay. Okay, so I've got 9 cards in front of me, and I'll just read them out. I'll put a little visual in of them as well. And they might speak to you. One might inspire something really creative inside your head. You might hear all of them and think, no, thank you. That's totally fine. Here we go. Okay, so we've got bliss, time, intention, roots, invitation, whim, art, fulfillment, and we've also got the blank card. So if any of those are speaking to you, or if you were actually in fact thinking of another word, perfect. But you might want to use that as inspiration for creating your mood board. Okay, how exciting, how exciting. Right, so what I think I'll do is I'm going to time lapse this next little bit. So we're kind of doing it together, but I will probably take a really long time because I would say I'm not very creative with my hands. Like, this is actually quite a big what do I mean? I feel quite vulnerable doing this because I'm not creative at all with my hands. So other people who are very good at creating beautiful things with their hands, you know, and making these different mood boards and bingo cards that look beautiful, that's amazing. Mine is probably not going to look like that because I'm just not very artistic, but that is okay. But it is probably going to take me a little bit longer than perhaps the actual artists of the group. So I'm just going to time lapse it from here, and I will come back and show you what I have created with my 2025 manifestation mood board. Okay, I'll see you shortly. Take a few deep breaths, enjoy it, and I hope that, you create something really, really aligned. Okay, see you soon. Okay. So here is what I realised doing it is that this piece of paper is too small. So I maybe, this is maybe half. I maybe need to like find a way to attach another piece of paper. But as a first try of making a physical vision board, here we go. I'm pretty proud. What do you guys think? I picked the words that felt really exciting to me. I wrote 2025 in my brand colour. I thought this woman here looked so peaceful and comfortable, and yeah. Oh, I picked the fox because at our new house, I'm just looking at our garden now, we get a lot of foxes in the garden, and we're going to be doing some work on the house this year, and I am hoping that the noise doesn't scare them away, that they keep living at the top of the garden because they're so cute. Yeah, okay, I feel pretty proud. Cool. All right, let's move on then to the bingo card for 2025. Okay, now what you might want to do is kind of have an idea in your head of, you might want to make some notes. I might need to sit down for this. Some people have rulers. I don't have a ruler to draw a really nice, neat box. So I'm going to have to wing this. It's going to look quite relaxed. And I realised the pens I picked up aren't all the colours. So I'm just going to go grab some more felt tips as well as the fine liners. And yeah, let's get all of these bingo card ideas out onto the piece of paper. Okay. And I think what's really key as well when we're talking about these bingo card dreams, you don't have to share them. You know, you don't have to have this out on your fridge for everybody to see. You might not want to. You might. And there is, I think, something really special about claiming what you want to hit your bingo card this year. I think that is like a really, really cool thing to do. And, you know, I think there's a lot to be said for, keeping your cards close to your chest if you want to. So don't feel pressured. Never feel pressured. Okay, here we go. Okay, I already feel like I might have fudged this, but okay, wow, that doesn't look super cute. Okay, I'm just going to do the other side. You can't see through. You're allowed to do that. I've caved and I'm using the side of this to make a ruler. How many are you doing, I wonder? Is 30 too many? Should I do 25? Because 2025. Maybe that's fun. Let's try for that. Let us try. Okay, very loosely. Okay, we're early on in the process here, guys. I'm not artistic. This is what I've come up with. So I'm just going to fill them now. I'm going to have a think about what my intentions are of this year. And yeah, and then I'm going to check them off as each one happens. So exciting. Okay, I've finished. I'm proud. It's, it's not going to be the most beautiful one you've ever seen, but I'm really, really proud of that. And I hope that you have been able to finish all of yours as well, filled it all out. I think I've got 24 in the end. Yeah, so I probably need one more for 25, but we'll work that out. Some of them are private. What shall I hide? Or maybe, I don't know if you'll be able to see from here. I could always blur it. Some of them I'm going to keep close to my chest, but some of them are things like practice yoga and meditation every day. I pretty much practice meditation daily as it is. I'd love to add yoga in there. I would love to join the gym. I would love to go to the ballet this year. I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'd love to have a really fun birthday party. I'm turning 30 this year. I'd love to create a thriving community with my podcast Guided. I would love to see Haim or Maggie Rogers or Jessie Ware or somebody that I really love. I'd love to see them live. I'd love to have regular massages. Wow. I'd love to host all of my new friends once the house is finished. I'd love to say no when I mean no and say yes when I mean yes. I would love to hit 10,000 subscribers on Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, so I'm going to keep this in my bedroom and I'm going to tick these off as I hit them. And hopefully by the end of the year, by this time next year, I'll be able to say, bingo, I've done it. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you are leaving this video with a vision board for 2025, with a bingo card for 2025. I hope that you were able to pick a word, whether it be bliss, whether it be one of the words that I mentioned, whether it be your own word. And yeah, I hope that you are able to step into this January feeling really aligned and clear on the actionable steps that you need to take to make this year's vision come to life. If you would like any more support with that, on the 13th of January, I am hosting my seasonal reset class. My seasonal reset class is a meditation and journaling class created for this season that we are in. We've got our winter seasonal reset. It's an online meditation and journaling class to come be with like-minded individuals and really sink in to what nature is teaching us. This season's class is a winter's guide to new beginnings. So if you want something a little bit deeper, a little bit more guided, a little bit more connection, then come along and join. I believe the early bird tickets are still available at this time. They're linked, of course, in the description box below. I would love to see you there. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take good care. And if you do this and are feeling confident, put it on Instagram and tag me in it. I would love to see it. I'll see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow.